Senator John Kennedy, who sits on the committee responsible for keeping the Department of Justice in check. He joins us this morning from New Orleans. Senator, would you like to respond to anything that the congressman said there? And what is your interpretation of the special counsel's statement regarding this report?
My understanding, Margaret, and I sat through every minute of the hearing, is that there is an FBI rule that says an investigation report is not released. It's given to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General reports on the report. Now, I've said how I feel about it. I think they ought to release Mueller's report for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's going to leak anyway. Washington, D.C. leaks like the Titanic. And number two, I think the American people have a right to know. If there's a rule that gets in the way, I hope that Mr. Barr will consider waiving it. But is anybody...
Is that a factor in you deciding to vote him in for confirmation?
No, I think Barr's eminently qualified.
And you're a yes vote?
But anybody who thinks... Yes. If anybody who thinks this report is going to remain confidential has been smoking some of that medicinal marijuana.
But back to the question about the report in BuzzFeed regarding whether the president directed his attorney to lie. What do you understand the special counsel's comment on that to mean?
I found that what happened with respect to the BuzzFeed article, it was embarrassing. I think the First Amendment was bruised. Look, reporters make mistakes. We all do.
Well, BuzzFeed stands by
it. I understand. BuzzFeed's also has to answer to the fact that the Mueller said it's not true. And what surprised me was not that somebody made a mistake, intentional or not, but it was just it was astonishing to me that so many folks didn't stop and say, hey, you know, let's think about this. Could this be true? Who are the sources? Have these particular reporters had problems before? It was almost as if some of the reporting was not reporting, it was wishful thinking, and I think that hurts the First Amendment.
Senator, I'm coming up against time, so I'm going to ask you briefly, will you vote for the proposal put forward by the president to end the shutdown?
Yep. It represents progress, not perfection, but progress. Ms. Pelosi's response was predictable, but I can promise you that the more centrist Democrats right now are glad the president put something on the table. Third point I'll make is I talked to the president about this issue for about an hour last week. And if you bring a plan to him that doesn't include a wall, it's dead as 4 o'clock.
Senator Kennedy, thank you very much for your time. We'll be back in a moment.